Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sword Art Online variant showdown video. Today we do have two new units, and they are also combo boost units. So if you didn't get the Shinon last time, or you didn't like the other effects apart from the combo boost with her, then you do have two new ones available for you today. So we do have a new Yuuki and a Eugeo. So we have, if we go through the notices, on SSR Exciting Egg Hunt Yuuki. So egg hunt as in these are Easter holiday event units. These are not limited from what I can see. They're not limited characters, so they'll be put into the standard banner eventually. So you'll be okay with that. But yeah, if we scroll down, so we've got the Exciting Egg Hunt Yuuki, the Dark Elemental and Ranger character. So skill 1 is Rabbit Impact, Dark Elemental physical damage with 1056 power, inflicts freeze. And then her ability is I'll Catch Them, which is when attacking with opponent's elemental weakness, whole party is frozen rate is plus 60% for 30 seconds for one time, so there's no reactivation for it. When enemy party or enemy is inflicted with frozen, the whole party's crit rate is plus 30% and crit damage plus 50%, so that's actually pretty good, as long as you can get the frozen off as quick as possible. That's really cool. So for 30 seconds you're going to get massive boosts up in damage, and then when attacking, number of hits is plus 2. So I assume like every time you hit it on your combo it's always plus 2 instead of plus 1, which is kind of good as well. So Yuki's actually pretty damn good. SSR the Breath of Spring. Eugeo is a Dark Elemental fighter. Skill 1 is Freeze Crusher, so Dark Elemental physical damage is with 1726 power, inflicts freeze. And then his ability is Now Where Are Those Eggs? So when landing 50 or more hits, whole party Dark Elemental damage is plus 35%. When awakened, crit rate is plus 40%, physical skill attack is plus 75%, and then when attacking, number of hits is plus 2. So again, Eugeo is pretty good as well. But mainly for mainly against light elemental bosses, this Eugeo would be pretty good. So I might try and summon. I think I'm just gonna go for the one summon just for the luck, just to see how lucky I can get. But I'm not gonna go all out or anything like that for these characters. But they do seem pretty good with their passive abilities. They both seem really good. So yeah, if I was to pick one out of the two, I would probably, I think I would rather have the Eugeo, just because you don't have to rely on the freeze when getting a crit rate boost and physical attack skill and stuff like that. It's just when you awaken him. So I think I would rather have, even though you don't get the crit damage plus 50%, you just have to rely on freeze, and then the freeze only really the freeze rate only happens one time unless you get a freeze party. But yeah, so I think I would prefer the Eugeo over the Yuuki unless you're able to build a freeze team. If you can with other characters that make the enemy frozen, then try get the Yuuki. She's probably she's gonna be more beneficial for you. But if you don't, then I think the Eugeo is probably better for you. So yeah, and then alongside the characters, we obviously have the ability event Pick Up Scout as well, which I don't really go for that often, to be honest. I kind of just focus on the characters. We have the SSR Pretty Parade. The artwork is very nice on these ability cards. So effect 1 is when assigned to a ranger, the whole party's crit rate is plus 6%. When Yuuki is in the party, the whole party's frozen rate is plus 18%. Effect 3 is when assigned to a ranger, the whole party's strength is plus 5%. And then effect 4 is when Yuuki is in the party, the whole party's crit damage is plus 2%. And then you have the SSR Egg Hunt Champion, which is a Kirito one. Very nice artwork again. Effect 1, when an enemy is inflicted with frozen, strength is plus 3%, stacks up to 3 times. When Eugeo is in the party, his strength is plus 5%. When enemy is inflicted with frozen, whole party strength is plus 2.5%, stacks up to 3 times. And then effect 4 is when Eugeo is in a party, the whole party's strength is plus 4%. So the one out of the two, this one's definitely the better one, with all the crit rates and the frozen rates and the crit damage. This is definitely the better one, and it's very good on the Yuuki as well, because obviously all the stat boosts boosts in everything, and then your frozen rate is going to be at 78% of frozen rate, which is nuts if you have this. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, and then you have the event, and I believe there is going to be an ability card with the event. If we scroll down here, we do have the ability card that comes along with the event. So SSR inside the nest. Effect 1 is when assigned to dark elemental characters, FS gauge accumulation is plus 4.8%. Effect 2 is at all times light elemental resistance is plus 2%. Effect 3 is when assigned to dark elemental characters, its crit rate is plus 4%. And then effect 4 is at all times whole party's light elemental resistance is plus 1.6%. So not bad for a free one, but it's obviously it's a free one, so it's not going to be too crazy. But if we do go into the scouts, we can trial out these two characters. Again, you get rewards, you get variant crystals for doing these trials, so make sure you do them, or at least loading to them and then back out, because you get them straight away as soon as you load in. But we want to test out the characters, and I want to show you how the characters are. We also want to see the skill animation on them. So if this is the Yuuki right here, I'm just going to dodge out of that. We're going to... Okay, so she goes in and dives back out on that one. That's kind of interesting. And the outfits are really nice in these characters as well. I do like them. We will use her ability just to see if there's anything different. No, the Yuuki one's still the same, but the outfit looks really nice, so I can't really argue with it. But yeah, there's the Yuuki. So she does hit quite a bit, to be fair. And then this one, she likes dodging back and dodging forward. That's kind of interesting. So now we'll go into the Eugeo, who seems to hit a hell of a lot for some reason when he awoke there. Or when we swapped into him there. Yeah, he hits a lot. This Eugeo seems nuts. This is just his basic attack. And let's awaken him and see what he does. Yeah, I think definitely if you're going for these characters, I think Eugeo is probably your best bet. The amount of hits he just randomly gets, that's crazy. And then, yeah, his skill is the exact same as it usually is. Yeah, these characters are both pretty nuts. I'll be honest, these combo boost characters, they are pretty crazy. We are going to end it there though. But that is pretty nuts, those combo characters. You can get the combo boost insanely quick. Especially with those two, because they do hit double instead of a single amount. So we are going to load in with Eugeo, but we're just going to back out straight away just for the variant crystals. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. So if you do want to get these characters, honestly, I'd probably recommend them especially after seeing in that trial. I'd actually recommend getting them. Only if you didn't get the Shinon though. But yeah, so I'm actually going to try and get this Eugeo, or at least go one scout on it. And we'll just see what we can do. Again, if you want to see the character artwork here as well, there's the Yuuki artwork. I'll just move my camera for you real quick. So there's the Yuuki artwork. Very nice, she's just tracing a rabbit bunny. And then the Eugeo right here with these Easter eggs in the basket. Again, pretty nice artwork as well. So we are going to try and get this Eugeo, or at least not try and get him, sorry. Just do the one scout in a dream. So let's see what happens. Maybe we could get lucky, maybe we don't. So new challenger, I don't think this is going to be anything. We'll see if Kirito has golden swords. He does not, so this is going to be nothing. But that is fine. At least we had a go. The one step in a dream was just not there. But we'll move on to the event now. So if we go into quests, we have this new egg hunt battle event. If we go through it, so the event bonuses, obviously these are characters that you're going to have with the event bonus. So it's the two new characters, the Eugeo and the Yuuki, and then the two previous banner characters, the Shinon and the Alice. And then the same with the ability cards. It's all of these ones here. So very cool things, well, very easy things to follow when it comes to the event bonus. You've got your missions right here. These are just the standard missions that they have in pretty much every event. They have upped the crystals though that you get, I noticed. Probably well, I don't know why they would have done it, because I don't know, but it's very generous of them to up it. Again, priorities really is the title for me, but now that the auto system is here, you can easily get all of this done pretty damn quick. So you have basically, there's no excuse of not doing that. Then you've got the prize box system here now. So you got the prize box. So we had this in previous events, where you get a certain amount of like the event items, and then you can open up the boxes. So as you can see, I have 2,200, and it costs 100 to do it 10 times. So we may as well do this real quick just to show you what it does. So you just open up the box as many times, and you get the items, and then you have the event bonus or featured reward, which is that sparkling one that you can only just see, which I got, and then it moves on to stage 2. But I am going to finish this box off just because I can. And then you have this box here, so it's 1,000 per tent now. And then yeah, you just gotta keep going and then hope that you get whatever's in the boxes. So you just do that up to the stage 5, and then there'll be a second half eventually when the ranking comes out as well. And then by completing the first and second half, you do get the limit break core right here, which you can get. So yeah, it's kind of not very important because you can get them pretty easy nowadays, but there is a bare minimum of them, so it's kind of nice to get that as well. And then if we go into, so the rankings are not available until the 14th, or the 4th, sorry. So yeah, we just got to wait a few more days for that. That'll be there next week. But if we go into the solo event part here, there is a 47,000 total power solo event. I'm not able to do that as of yet, because my gear is not at the high quality yet. I'm still learning the phrases of how gear works, how upgrading the gear works, what's the best stats on gear for certain characters and things like that. I'm still learning that, but I can get the solo event 4 done, which as you can see I have done. So I will show you that at least. And I'll show you how I cleared it. I'm just using the exact same team as I did in the previous event, because I don't see the point in changing it when the Xenon works in this one as well, even though it's a light elemental boss, but it's completely fine. So we're just going to go through this now. It is a brand new boss, which is kind of cool. I do like the look of this boss. He's not too difficult, to be honest, as long as you can get your combo up and you've got the combo boost. I think you'd be completely fine. And then he's dead. So yeah, you can get the combo boost pretty damn quick on this boss. But the boss looks really nice. I do like the mech. Whether this is in one of the SEO games or not, I'm not sure. Maybe he's in that one SEO game. Can't remember it off the top of my head. The one on the consoles. I'm sure you'll know what I mean on that, but it has like all the mech stuff on it. But yeah, so that's the event. Pretty damn simple. Simple event right there. He's pretty easy boss, to be honest, compared to others. And then you have the event stories and stuff. Make sure you just get these event stories just for all the free variant crystals, and that's just by doing the event itself. And then whilst we do have 1,000 right there, let's just do a cheeky 10 on this. And we did not get the ability card, but that's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the update, and the new scouts. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Hopefully I did help you understand how these new characters kind of work and whether to go for them or not. Again, I'd probably go for the Eugeo instead of the Yuuki, unless you have a frozen team sorted, and then the Yuuki is just a great bonus to put into that frozen team. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.